Okay, so the first thing you need to do here is go to the InSync website. I think it's insynchq.com, and you're going to select for desktop, and it should just give you download for Windows. I'm on a Windows computer. If you're on a Mac, it'll probably give you Mac, an option to download for Mac, or Linux, it'll give you an option to download for Linux. Go find the file where you downloaded it and double click on it, whatever you need to do to install it on your machine. I'm not really familiar with Macs, but they do make InSync for Macs. So start up the installer here, and we're going to work through the installer. Just basically use the defaults. So once InSync has finished installing, you're going to start it up. So this is the screen. You can turn off the little checkbox here, which is anonymously sharing content. And you're going to choose whichever service you use. I use Google Drive, so I'm going to show you how to set it up on that, but I'm guessing that the experience is going to be somewhat similar for OneDrive or Dropbox if that's what you use. So we got to make sure we allow InSync. I'm signing up through Google. Got to make sure I give them permission. And then it's going to connect me back to InSync and I think set up an account for me here. So you can just click on the Here button. It just shows you the plans. And you're going to need a developer plan, the green one there. That's one you want to get. You can use it as a trial. I think you can use InSync for 14 days as a trial, but you got to make sure you get the developer plan. And I think it's a lifetime subscription for whatever it is there. I didn't see, but $60 US, which is pretty good because it's a really good program. All right. So once you get signed in, you should automatically be signed in back in the app on your computer. Now this is really important. We need to make sure that we put the root folder or select the root folder where InSync is going to sync from to the folder where we are storing all of the customer's files. So that folder is going to be where you installed the Vidiot program, and you need to sync the folder called storage. There it is. You can see it up there right now. That's my that's the relative path to my folder there. Yours might be different depending on where you installed Vidiot. Now this is also an important page too. Ignore rules. So what you need to do here is we need to make sure we're ignoring some folders inside of this storage folder. There's a few things that we don't need to upload, and that's going to be a teaser folder and a thumbs folder. So you can go ahead and put those two words in the ignore spot, and it'll ignore those. We just want to have always ask here. We're just going to kind of go with the default settings as we move through here. For conflicts and stuff, and you can change this later, so don't worry. So now this is showing me all of the files that currently exist on the cloud in the account that I've used, the Google Drive account that I've used. So I don't want to sync anything down. I'm not really interested in pulling anything down. You might be, but for the most part, we just want to be putting files up so we can share them with the customers. So here you can see that when we click the syncing button, you can see everything that's going up there. You can pause the syncing. You can see we had a folder in there, 2021-11-24, so that would be all of the customers from that date that is already going up to the cloud. You'll be able to set all your sharing preferences through this window as well. So we're going to unsync a few files because there's some that were on the cloud that I don't want to come down to the server computer where I am uploading all of my customer files. So I'm just going to unsync those, and they'll remain on the cloud, but they'll be deleted from the server computer. But we want to allow 2021-11-24 So November the 24th, 2021 to go up to the cloud because we have customers from that day. Now, as you can see, it's still uploading. So account settings here, you can go back in. This is where the ignore rules were. So you can go in and put some in there. You might want to put some other ignore rules in there as you learn the system a little bit more. I'll probably put some notes in the documentation about what you might want to ignore, but you definitely want to make sure you're ignoring the teaser folder and the thumbs folder. So then we have conflicts. So if there's any conflicts, something's a problem, it's always going to ask you what you want to do. You can change those settings if you want, if you think you know what you're doing. And then we've got the license at the end here, so you can buy a license that way or refresh it. The license is going to be attached to the account that you're using. So you go back here, this is, you click on the little icon there, it takes you back to the main folder. Click on that little Wi-Fi thing, and it gives you all these other options here. If there's any errors or anything you need to resolve, you can add any kind of account you want. Then we've got some preferences. You can go in and make some changes. You just basically want to use the default. You probably want to start InSync on login, but it's up to you. These are the default settings here. And you might need to empty your trash bin if you're deleting a lot of stuff from your computer. But I think that's it here, and hopefully you get the gist of it. And if you have any questions, you can give me a call or send me a message, and I'll do my best to help you out.